কাছে যান, কাছে যান, কাছে যান।
Hare Krishna, time? Hello. Anybody else here coming for the first time?
Coming Georgia.
Coming Georgia. Let's give a round of applause for him also. Anybody else here coming for the first time? Where are you from? Alpharetta, Georgia. Let's give a round of applause for her. Thank you all for coming for the first time. Please enjoy with us. We have now Sunday lecture given by Tara Prabhu from spiritual headquarters Mayapur. He's residing there, but he's from actually United States. So he'll be speaking about how you can awaken your soul with the sound, transcendental sound. It's a very nice subject. Soul is there within everybody. Now how can you wake that soul with the transcendental vibration? So he's going to speak about that. And Tara Prabhu is also very long, dedicated devotee, devoted to Iskcon for many, many years, serving Srila Prabhupada's movement. But he comes and goes, stays in Mayapur, serves there, then he comes here also and preaches. So let's welcome Tara Prabhu by chanting one time loudly, by raising our hand, Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you all very much. Then after the Sunday lecture is over, we're going to have more kirtan, and then we have a Sunday sponsor, we're going to honor them also. And then there will be more announcement, and there will be prasadam for everyone. So please stay with us. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
This ancient wisdom, which had been previously only understood by some people in India. And Prabhupada, as a representative of Krishna, and as a representative of the most merciful Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he came across the ocean at the age of 70, just in order to benefit us, just in order to bless us with this profound, most deep wisdom and the opportunity to achieve the goal of life. So I'll read a verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is talking about the power of spiritual sound. We all know that sound has power. Sound can create revolutions. Sound can uplift consciousness. Sound can degrade consciousness. Sound is very powerful. So this spiritual sound, it has the power to cure the problems of life. And this is a verse from the Bhagavatam in the beginning of the 10th canto. Please hear the translation. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from the spiritual master to the disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false, temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? So Prabhupada was once invited to a meeting of the Rotary Club, business people. And if you saw any of these people, you would understand that they have their eye on the market. They have a good sense of how to navigate the financial aspect of life and how to make good money. And Prabhupada told them a story. They told them about the story of a man who had very little money, but then he got a tip about a very nice investment. And so The man said, if you follow this tip, then you'll gain great wealth. So he went to an investment advisor. He said, I want to invest in this. The advisor said, sure. So he invested whatever money he had, and then the advisor called him up midday and said, great news. Great news. Your investment has paid off. You're a millionaire. The stock just blew up, and now you're on the road to multi-millions. And the man was elated, so happy. Later in the day, just before closing, he got another call from the broker. Sorry, this news is not so good. The stock went broke. You've lost everything. So Prabhupada told this story. This is the nature of investing in the material energy. Everyone is imagining, yes, I'm progressing. I'm moving towards some success. And how does that success story end? What's the end of that success story? What happens in the 9th inning? Anyone can say? What's it called? Success? Flowers raining down from the sky? And one invests in material life? It starts with the letter D. Anyone can say?
Death.
Death! That's what happens. Mrityu sarvaharas chaham. Krishna says, I come as death and take everything away. All that investment, all that effort, all that endeavor, taken away, lost. And what does a person have to show for it? Nothing. Defeat. It's just the nature of this world. The nature of this world is that anyone who's endeavoring materially will be defeated. That's a guarantee. Death and what else? Taxes. So death and taxes, guaranteed. And everything is lost. So which sane person will put their money on that horse? Which sensible person? No sensible person. One of my teachers was telling the story of his father. His father passed away at the age of 100 years old. That's pretty much the maximum. Very good. 100. And you know what the father said in his last days? He said, why is life so short? Why is life so short? This life passes like that. I didn't always have gray hair. All of a sudden, I became one of the old guys. I don't know how it happened. It snuck up on me. Maybe when I was 45 or 48, I was walking to California down some stairs, and one young guy was passing, and he said, oh, sorry, excuse me, sir. I said, who's he calling sir? No, he's talking to me. I suddenly became sir. I'm not a young, and now 61. So the time passes. So the most important utilization of our intelligence is how we use our time. How we invest our time. What do we put it towards? Because whatever we invest our time in, whatever we cultivate with that time, that's what we bear. That's the fruit we reap at the end of life. Yes? We're cultivating something in this life, some meditation. We're letting stuff go inside the ears, letting stuff go inside the eyes. We're using our tongue. It's all like a cultivation. And at the time of death, it all accumulates. So the sages, the wise people, they say, don't neglect the soul. Don't neglect yourself. Cultivate. Give energy to yourself. And there's no way to cheat the system. There was a man who tried to cheat the system. He was a first-class businessman. His meditation was always on his business, how to increase his profit. But he kept hearing from sadhus that at the time of death, if you remember Krishna, if you remember God, then you go back to the spiritual world, the ultimate abode. Oh, that's nice. I can get the best of both worlds. In this life, I'll be doing very nice business. My mind will be invested in business. And what was his plan? How to remember Krishna at the time of death. He had a plan, a scheme, cheat the system. So he named all of his sons. He had 3 sons. He named the names of Krishna. Krishna Das, Govinda Das, Mukunda Das. And he became very attached to his sons. But always he was thinking of business, and finally the time came. He was on his deathbed, laying down, and this was his plan. So he called for his sons. Mukunda! Mukunda, yes, Father, I'm here. Govinda, Govinda! Govinda came. Govinda, yes, Father, I'm here. Krishna, Krishna, come. Krishna came, yes, Father, I'm here. And then he looked up and says, who's looking after the shop? And then he died. There's no cheating the system. Whatever we cultivate in life, we're creating our consciousness. We're cultivating our consciousness. And people say that there's many valuable things in this life. Yes, there's so many things that have value. Relationships have value. So many things that have value. But there's nothing as valuable as having pure consciousness. There's simply nothing as valuable. Because if someone has pure consciousness, whether they're rich or poor, whatever their position in life is, if they have pure consciousness, they're satisfied. They're happy. Yes? And pure consciousness doesn't happen automatically. It doesn't happen automatically. It happens by a particular lifestyle, by a practice. Yes? We all have experience how we do certain things and our consciousness becomes more aggravated. Becomes more, and we do other things and our consciousness becomes uplifted, becomes more purified. Especially the thing which purifies consciousness is sound. Sound vibration purifies consciousness. So someone who utilizes their time by hearing spiritual sound, that person is not wasting their life. That person is investing in something which is of inestimable value. So towards this end, our Srila Prabhupada, he wrote many, many books. Yes? How many books? Who can say? 70 books, something like that. Anyone here is a writer? Is anyone here you're a writer? So you have a sense of what it takes to write some type of essay, what to speak of a novel or a non-fiction, what it takes. Typically what it takes is to settle down in one place, in a very settled atmosphere, and give one's full attention, minimum disturbances, so that one can give full focus, full attention. But Prabhupada was so determined that although he was traveling around the world constantly, from the age of 70 till the age of 80, that's not an age to be traveling around. He maintained a schedule of constantly translating books and commenting on them. Why? For whose benefit? For our benefit. So that we could take advantage. And when we read Prabhupada's books, we get a clear understanding of life. When we read the Shastra, our intelligence becomes clear. We understand everything clearly. There was someone who was, incredibly enough, giving some type of criticism of Prabhupada. Prabhupada's books, yes, he's always repeating the same thing. This person thought he's more intelligent than Prabhupada. Prabhupada was empowered by Krishna. Prabhupada would sit down, and actually he was like Krishna's secretary. Krishna was dictating to him what to write, and Prabhupada was presenting. So this person was criticizing, if you read Prabhupada's book, so much information is repeated. Why? Why was it repeated? Because we need to be reminded, right? We need to be reminded. And how often do we need to be reminded? We need to be reminded all the time. Constantly we need to be reminded. Because it's our nature to be forgetful. It's our nature to become confused, to lose sight of what the goal is. So if you read Prabhupada's books, what's the first emphasis in Prabhupada's books? What does Prabhupada say again and again and again? Lesson of spiritual life. Come on, folks. Help me out here. Sorry? I didn't hear you.
Bhakti.
Bhakti. That's something that's repeated. Who said? I'm not the body. First lesson. I'm not the body. Why? Prabhupada's repeating it again. Because we think I am the body. For lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, I, the Atma, the soul, the divine spirit, have been identifying whatever type of body I have. It's a very deeply entrenched misconception. One time, one devotee was speaking to a bodybuilder, one of these guys, really, really buff, 3 hours in the gym, no steroids, maybe a little, really, really strong guy. And the devotee was explaining to him in so many ways, we're not the body. You're not your body. You're not your body. And the man was listening very intently, listening. And the devotee was thinking, I'm getting through to him. He's understanding the message that he's not the body. So finally, the devotee said, do you understand? The guy said, yes, I'm not the body. But then whose body am I? So it's a very deeply entrenched misconception. And based on this misconception, it's like when there's a huge computer system and it shows up fatal error. That's not a good thing. So we base everything, our understanding of life, our understanding of how to become happy, on the basis that I am the body. Yes? We think I'm the body, so naturally, if I want to be happy, I have to do things for the gratification of the body. But Lord Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, he says, Yeti samsparsha javoga, dukkha yonaya evate, adhyanta vanta konteya, nateshu ramate buddha. A wise person doesn't do that. Doesn't base their happiness on, oh, let me just gratify my senses with the sense objects of this world. That's pretty much what's happening in this world. Everyone is thinking, I just need to get more sense objects, gratify my senses, and then I'll be happy. A wise person doesn't do that, because a wise person knows that that pleasure is temporal. It comes and it goes, and it finally ends in dissatisfaction. Better to find out now than later. Sometimes people go through their whole life, and they got everything they wanted. Yes, everything. This is my partner, very attractive partner. My social position is well established. I've established myself. My career is at the pinnacle, the peak. I got exactly the house I wanted. I'm living in the place I wanted. Everything in order. Why am I still not satisfied? Why? Fatal error. I'm a soul. And this world is the world of matter. Fundamental truth. There is no possibility that the soul can ever be happy with matter. It's like a fish out of water. Fish just needs to be in the water. That's all. So that wise people, they stay in touch with the water. They always stay in touch with the spiritual energy. And wise person, we don't have the conception the wise person is some sadhu with big dreadlocks, sitting in isolation, sitting in some ashram. Wise person is someone whose consciousness is enriched with spiritual understanding, who's feeding themselves spiritually. They can be a business person, they can be a sadhu, they can be an athlete, whoever, as long as they're taking care to feed the soul. So Prabhupada, again and again, emphasizing, I'm not the body. And what's the other side of I'm not the body? Who else isn't their body? Other people are also not their body. Other living entities are also not their body. Think about the problems of the world. So many of the problems of the world are based on, I'm thinking other people are their body. And based on that, there's so much discrimination. Here's the body, person with a type of body. Oh, I respect this person with this type of body. I honor them. I appreciate them. And here's a person with a different type of body, from a different country, or a different nationality, or a different race, or a different gender. And therefore I'm dismissive. Even to the point where if so many people with those types of bodies are killed, not a big deal. As long as the people with bodies that are similar to mine are not killed. What an unfortunate state of consciousness. And some bodies are positively disposable. The souls that have animal bodies. Look, it's an animal body. What's its purpose? It's meant for the gratification of the tongue, nothing else. Cause unlimited pain, unlimited suffering, because I'm thinking other souls are their bodies, right? But this is not the vision of a wise person. Vidya vinaya sampanne, brahmane parihashtini, shunnichaiva shvapakecha, pandita samadarshi. A wise person sees equally whatever type of body the soul has. That's a spark of divinity. a part and parcel of God, a divine child of God. Right now, that divine child of God has a ladybug body, or a cockroach body, or a fish body, or a cow body, or an elephant body, or a variety of human bodies. Doesn't matter. That body is a temple of God. Huh? The soul is there, part and parcel of God, and the Lord is there. Paramatma. Imagine what a shift that would make in the world if everyone adopted that attitude. So Prabhupada is reminding us again and again, don't discriminate on the basis of the body. Offer respect to every living entity. Does it come natural for us? No, it doesn't come natural at all. The mind immediately is discriminating. This one I like, this one I don't like, this one who cares, this one I care a lot. No, we have to cultivate, practice, and we have to hear again and again and again. And then it starts sticking. It starts sticking. By the process of hearing, the intelligence becomes clear. And so what's in it for us? What's in it for us is that we become free, we become happy, we become peaceful. How is it possible for someone with a discriminating attitude, with a judgmental attitude, to become happy? That's not a possibility. There's zero possibility of someone with a very judgmental attitude of becoming happy. What else does Prabhupada tell us about? Repeatedly, again and again. And he tells us what this world is. Because if we just get our information from the advertisers, yes, the people that are trying to sell us some product, what will they tell us? There's hope. There's hope. You're going to do fine, right? You just need my product. You just need to go to this country. You just need to adjust this or that, and you'll be set. No. Krishna says in one verse of the Bhagavad Gita, he sums it up. With one verse, he wants to destroy our faith in trying to be happy in the material atmosphere. Brahma bhuvana loka punara vartina arjuna mam upekya tu konteya punar janmana vidyate. So what does he say? That America, there's some happy places, some miserable? No. If you go to the highest planet in the universe, Brahmalok, you go to the lowest planet in the universe, Patalok. Doesn't matter. It's all miserable. Why? Because there's birth and death. Birth and death. In the heavenly planets, there's such a level of illusion. Such a level of illusion. Here, there's not as much possibility of illusion. If we're just opening our eyes, if we're just considering our lives, then there's less scope for illusion. But in the heavenly planets, there's such a level of enjoyment. So much beautiful. The atmosphere is sublime, celestial. It's never too hot, never too cold. Always the birds are chirping. Any hard work in the heavenly? No hard work. No hard struggle for existence. Any really mean people? No mean people there. They didn't get there by being mean. Everyone is beautiful, youthful body. And what, their bodies get old and decrepit? No, the bodies stay fresh and youthful. There's not disease practically. There's no old age. But it ends. And then someone falls back down to this realm of struggle. So Krishna, in one verse, is just trying to break our faith in the material world. So what, this lecture is all bad news? That's my job, just to convey the bad news and a smile on my face? No. Sometimes musicians, they have some realization about life, or sometimes philosophers have some realization about what this world is, and they convey their message in very beautiful music, very enchanting music. I'm not going to mention which bands have this ability, or which philosophers. But the problem is, they don't give you the solution, right? They just tell you this is what the world is, and they express it in very, very, a nice poetry or elaborate music, but they don't tell you what the solution is. But Krishna, he tells us what the solution is. The solution is to purify our consciousness. Nitya Siddha Krishna prema, shadya kabunoi, shravanadi shuddha chitte karaye udoi. Right now our consciousness is not healthy. It's impure. So many crazy desires are there. But that's not us. That's just the mind. Actually, inside of all of us is something which is the most sublime treasure. What is the most sublime treasure that's inside of all of us as souls? Who can say? What is it called? Say?
Love of God.
Love of God. Prema. That's what's inside of it. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema. Love of God is inside the soul. It's dormant already. It's already there. And what is the way to awaken it? The way to awaken it is by hearing, by letting spiritual sound into the ears, especially the sounds which are describing Krishna, glorifying Krishna. Our problem is that we're very attached, very attracted to the material world. Yes? Anyone here who's not attracted to the material world? We're attracted. Although we know on some fundamental level, yeah, it's a mirage. It's a mirage. There's no real water there. There's nothing there that can satisfy me at the deepest level. Although we know that, still, we're in a cycle of doing the same thing again and again and again. The same thing, which didn't bring me happiness before, I do it again and again and again. Why? Why do I do it? Because I'm seeking pleasure. I have to get some pleasure from somewhere, right? So we can't artificially renounce this world. That's not a possibility. If you try to artificially renounce this world, you just end up grumpy and miserable. You end up like that very frustrated person. I wish I could enjoy like the rest of the people, but I know it's not going to, I'm not supposed to do that. It's not going to bring me happiness. No, that's not the process. The process is to replace that lower pleasure with higher pleasure. And what is the higher pleasure? The higher pleasure is keeping the connection with Krishna. Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. Rama, what does it mean? It means the very reservoir of pleasure. Any pleasure that's anywhere in this world, and we can all right now think of the pleasures in this world. What are they? They're a drop compared to the ocean. That's all. They're a drop. So the wise people, Ramante Yogino Anante Satyananda Chinatmani. What are the wise people doing? They're connecting with Rama, the reservoir of all pleasure. And especially they're connecting through sound vibration. And what is the process which is most recommended for the people of the Kali Yuga? Who can say? Chanting the names of God. That's it. That's the most recommended process. Seeing the pitiful condition of the people in this world. Krishna is so kind. Krishna is always reaching out to us. He says, what are you doing? Why are you staying in the material world? Life after life after life. Rotating. In the cycle of birth and death. Stop that business. Tamasi ma jyotir gama. Rito ma amrita gama. Don't stay in the darkness. Don't stay in birth and death. Come to immortality. Come to the light. So Krishna is reaching out to the souls of this world. Because he's very kind. He's very kind. There's no pain in the spiritual world. There's no anxiety. There's no suffering. But if there's a pinch of anxiety, what is that anxiety? What is that anxiety in Krishna? Krishna is the ocean of bliss, the ocean of ecstasy. He's surrounded by millions, trillions, innumerable, loving devotees. They're exchanging beautiful exchanges of love and sweet pastimes. Where is the suffering? If there's a pinch of suffering, what is that suffering? What is that pain? What is that anxiety? Who can say? Say?
Some separation, temporary separation.
Krishna is feeling some little anxiety. My parts and parcels in the material world. What are they doing? Why are they missing out on this beautiful, sweet life? So he reaches out to us. He's constantly reaching out. He speaks the Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is Krishna's own words to to keep our intelligence clear, to nourish our soul. How long does it take to... We'll get to the questions just at the end, and it's okay, sorry. Oh, did you want to share?
I was going to answer your question.
Please, if you could save it till the end, that's okay. Thank you. And keep the question till the end, and I'll try
Well, I
to...
was going to answer your question.
Oh, yes, please answer the question. Go
Our
ahead.
suffering is a gift from God. It's a gift wrapped up. All we have to do is open it up.
Yeah, it is also a gift from God. That's a very elevated way of looking at suffering. It's a wake-up call. It's a way to keep us sober. It's a way to keep us sincere. It's a way to keep us seeking the connection. Absolutely. So Krishna, he gives the Bhagavad Gita. He sends his representatives, all for the same purpose, to bring us home, bring us back to that divine abode. How long does it take to read a chapter of the Bhagavad Gita? Let's just say the English or Hindi or Gujarati. How long does it take to read one chapter of the Bhagavad Gita?
10 minutes.
10 minutes maximum. Yes? Chapter 15, other chapters, 20 verses, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. From 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long the chapter is. So we have a practice, it's called chapter a day. Every morning, like clockwork, I get together with some people. Not personally, online. One of the people is a lady from Morocco, Muslim family. Another person is from Croatia. Another person is from Gainesville. Another person is from Pennsylvania. We get together and we read like clockwork. We read together. And these are the people that we call friends. The people that we connect with for the sake of elevating our consciousness. We read Bhagavad Gita. And there's no time where we thought, oh, what a waste of time. What a waste of time. No, we never thought that. We get together and we nourish ourselves spiritually. We feed ourselves spiritually and we think, wow, that was a perfect utilization of time. What are some ways we waste time? The magic way to waste time. Scrolling. It's the magic way to waste time. My friend, he's a good yogi. He's a good yogi. And he was once scrolling on his computer. Some things which were cute, some things which were wisdom, some things which were funny, some things which were athletic, scrolling, and then his computer, he didn't notice the battery went out, and suddenly it was a dark screen, like a mirror. And then he looked at himself in the mirror, and he didn't like what he saw. He saw someone whose face was drained. The light was drained from him. Why? Because this is the way to waste time. But hearing and chanting, this is never a waste of time. And it just requires a little bit of effort. That's all. So we were talking before about the Rotary Club, right? And the good tip that investment broker gave. Here's a really good investment. So the sadhus, the sages, the wise people, they also are advisors to us. And they're talking about an investment. But this is an investment which is free. There's no monetary value to this investment. It only requires our sincerity, our determination, our effort, and perhaps a friend, a partner, who we can share this investment with. And that investment is hearing and chanting. First of all, hearing and chanting the names of God. So let's hear something about the names of Krishna, yeah? Why? Because by hearing about the names of Krishna, we come to understand what the names of Krishna are. Who here chants japa on beads? Please raise your hand if you chant japa. Is it easy? Is it tasty? Sometimes not. It's difficult. Why? Because immediately we pick up the bag and it's like a cue for the mind. Okay, you chant, and I'm going to go somewhere else. Yeah? So we have to hear from the scriptures. What is the holy name of Krishna? What is it? And then we come to understand, wow, there's something extremely deep here. I'm missing it. So let me give more attention. Let me give more attention to chanting the names of Krishna. Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam pavanam pavanebhyopi Harinamaiva Kevalam. I'm going to give you the translation from one of my teachers, rrabhu. He's a great sadhu, and he's also a poet. Please hear the translation. Of sweet things, it's the sweetest you will taste at any time. Of things that bring good fortune, it's the perfect paradigm. Of things that purify, it purifies most powerfully. The holy name of Sri Hari is surely all that be. Trinikritya jagat sarvam rajate sakalopani chidanandamayam shuddham harinamaiva kevalam. It makes this world appear like bits of straw upon the ground. Resplendently it reigns supreme, divinity in sound. It's filled with transcendental bliss and peerless purity. The holy name of Sri Hari is surely all that be. So we don't trust our senses. We don't trust our mind. The mind is telling us, what is here? What is in this chanting of japa? I'm not tasting anything. Huh? Why? Because I'm afflicted by a disease, the disease of jaundice. And what are the symptoms of someone who has jaundice? They take sugar candy and it tastes bitter. What is this? Don't give me this. Bitter candy, bitter stuff. Sugar candy is the sweetest thing there is. But because I'm afflicted by jaundice, it tastes bitter. So we don't trust our senses. We don't trust our mind. We trust the words of the sadhus, the words of the scriptures. And sometimes we get a little glimpse. Yes? Sometimes in the middle of a sweet kirtan with our favorite kirtaniya, suddenly we get a little taste, some experience. Wow, the sweetness of the holy name. Yes? Who here has gotten a taste of the sweetness of the holy name? Come on. Hare Krishna. Yeah? In the midst of a sweet kirtan. It's a taste which is distinct from any taste that we've ever experienced. Yes? And in the midst of that, all of a sudden, I'm not interested in the other things. This is the connection with Krishna through the holy name. And what we're experiencing there is a spark compared to the fire. That's all we're experiencing. A little glimpse of the sweetness, of the wonder, of the bliss of the holy name. So the whole process is just to become attracted to Krishna. That's the process. It's not to renounce this world with great effort and determination and discipline. That's not the process. Just become attracted to Krishna. And how do we become attracted to Krishna? By hearing about Krishna. Who is this person? Who is this person? This is the person who has unlimited beauty. Krishna. Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashasasya. 6 qualities, 6 attributes Krishna has unlimitedly. Unlimited beauty, unlimited knowledge, unlimited fame, unlimited renunciation, unlimited power, and unlimited, one more that I forget. That's what I call. Say it, thank you. I missed that.
Renunciation.
I said renunciation. Strength, fame, knowledge, renunciation, beauty, and one more. Power, did I mention power? Okay, I at least got 5. So that's why he's Krishna, the all-attractive. If someone has all of those qualities, unlimitedly, that person is all-attractive. Someone with such unlimitedly glorious position. What chance is there that some tiny soul has the chance to have a relationship with such a person? Important people in this world, people that are very prominent, will they give you their time? Will they say, oh, I want to have a relationship? No, it's very difficult to have a relationship. But Krishna, his heart is also unlimitedly kind. So unlimited, he's happy to have a relationship with the tiny souls. Even the tiny souls that have turned away from him. The tiny souls that have rejected him, that have come to this world, that have tried to exploit his energy, that have spoken bad about him. Krishna says, never mind. Never mind. Come home. Please come. Reestablish the connection. So Krishna is not only beautiful externally. He has no external and internal. But his internal is also completely beautiful, completely kind. Let's hear a couple of verses before we end the class about Krishna's beauty. Are we listening?
Yes.
The beauty of the son of Maharaj Nanda is incomparable. Nothing is higher than his beauty, and nothing can equal it. His beauty is like waves in an ocean of nectar. His personal form is so attractive that it is considered the reservoir of all beauty. In fact, all beautiful things emanate from him. His form is so attractive that it directs one's attention away from all other objects. Those same objects then seem devoid of attractiveness after seeing Lord Krishna. So this is our process. Our process is to hear about the beauty of Krishna, the pastimes of Krishna, the abode of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna. And in this way, that dormant love that's inside of us will be awakened and will become more and more attracted to Krishna. And as we become more and more attracted to Krishna, we become relieved. We become freed of the burden of being attracted to things which are not at all good for us. This is our process. And we do that by hearing about Krishna. Yes? So find a partner. Set a time of the day. Fixed time of the day. Who here has a busy life? Anyone here has a busy life? Who doesn't have a busy life? Right? We have busy lives. So the day starts and it ends. Like, I'm busy, running, taking care of business and family and driving my son to the soccer game. Busy lives. But then our life will pass. So carve out some portion of the day. This is my sacred time. This is my time that I spend for just feeding my soul, nothing else. The phone is switched off, the world is switched off, I connect with Krishna, and best to do it with Krishna. Yes? Because if we're doing it alone, then it's a discussion with someone as to whether to do it or not. Who do we have a discussion with when we try to do it alone? Sorry? With our mind. Huh? We'll have a discussion with our mind. But should I hear and chant about Krishna today? Should I chant? The mind will say, you chanted yesterday, you chanted a week ago. Take it easy on yourself. Better to watch some YouTube. Better to scroll. Better to take care of business. No. Carve out a sacred time of the day, especially the morning. Important things should be taken care of early in the morning. Carve out that time of the day and fix it. This is like divine time with Krishna. And this is the perfect investment of time. Hare Krishna. Thank you all so much. Does anyone have, we have a few minutes left. Does anyone have any questions or reflections? Yes, please.
You said you were talking about that bodybuilder and he was constantly hearing, I'm not the body, you're not the body, you're not the body, and he said that whose body am I? So whose body we are?
We're no one's body. We're not the body. We're not the body. It's a question that Queen Devahuti asked her son. Her son was Kapila Dev. Imagine how exalted she was. She was so exalted that her son was an avatar of Krishna. How exalted she was. And she said to her son that, I'm so immersed in the bodily conception of life. How do I get out of this immersion in the bodily conception of life? It seems I am the body. We're inside the body, and we're constantly reminded of the body. And if the body starts hurting, we think I'm the body even more. Or if the body's feeling really great or looking kind of good that morning, I am the body. Right? We're always thinking I'm the body. So Kapila Dev gave the remedy. He said you need to hear and chant for a long time. Daily. Nitya. Nitya means perpetually, but at least every day. Hearing and chanting. And then gradually we become freed from this misconception. The good news is that we're something so much greater than the body. is this body? It's insignificant. We're divine beings. We're part and parcel of God. So we're something so much greater than the body. And by the process of hearing the chanting, we can gradually come to understand, oh, I'm not the body. I'm something much, much greater. And when that process is perfected, then we awaken what's called prema rupa. Rupa means form. Right now we have a form which is called kama rupa. It means the form which is based on our material desire. Yeah? We got this form because of our material desire. But there's a form which is based on prema rupa, which is based on love, which is based on our loving relationship with Krishna. And that's the goal of the process of bhakti, to awaken our divine spiritual body and interact with Krishna on the platform of pure love. And then the soul is, you can't say satisfied. So much more than satisfied. Swimming, drowning, sporting in oceans of happiness, in oceans of bliss. That's our real life. Our real life is to be doing that. And we achieve that step by step by daily hearing and chanting attentively.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
You mentioned that Prabhupada used to say it over and over that I'm not the body, I'm not the body. Do you think we have enough emphasis on that same thing in today's song? Like, there's so many deeper discussions we have, but it seems like that basic point is missing in today's classes.
I think if we are attentive to hear Prabhupada's books again and again, listen to Prabhupada's books, read Prabhupada's books, then we get the perfect balance that we need. We get a combination of tattva, which means truths, philosophical truths, to keep our heads wound up straight, right? To keep our thinking straight. We get philosophical truths, and we also get lila. We also get the pastimes of Krishna. So we have a perfect blend of those things, which is satisfying. Just like when we're reading, if we go through a very philosophical section of the books, what happens? So there's a perfect blend, yes? Just like we read every day for 1 hour. Actually, I have 2 reading groups because I'm a little nervous. I'm 61 years old right now, and I'm 9.5% enlightened. So I'm trying to make up that 81% in whatever years I have left. So I have 2 reading groups. We read for 1 hour and 1 hour, separate groups. And in one reading group, we read from 4 books. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna book. It's a blend of tattva, which means philosophy, and lila. And in the other book, we always read some biography of Prabhupada, which is just enjoyable reading, to hear about the pure devotee, hear about Prabhupada's servants who served him so wonderfully so that we could be sitting here, yeah? And then we read from there, then we read some Srimad Bhagavatam, and we read some, like now we're reading Brihad Bhagavatam. So we try to read a blend like that. So if we read Prabhupada's books, we can decide. It's okay to take a little bit from here, a little from there. It's just like a feast, right? You don't want all one preparation. You want a mix of preparations, right? It has to have something salty, something bitter, something sweet, something to drink, and then, oh, what a nice feast. So we can do the same thing when we're absorbing ourselves and reading Prabhupada's books.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That was a very beautiful class by Tara Prabhu. Very powerful and enlightening. And he gave a class on enlightening the soul to the transcendental vibration. This is the vibration you got. Krishna, Katha is the vibration to wake the soul. So really would like to thank him. Let's give a round of applause for Tara Prabhu. Tara Prabhu is staying here at the temple. He'll be here for a few days. And If you want his associations, very wonderful devotee, you can always talk to him. If you have any questions, you can always ask him. Thank you, Hare Krishna. He resides in the capital of the world spiritual headquarters, Mayapur Dham.
I don't need that, it's okay. We have 2 reading groups online. If there's anyone who wants to join one of the reading groups, really, open invitation. We read at 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. We just reach out to one of the temple devotees. We'd love to have you in the reading group, really.
Yeah. What is the website?
No website, just on WhatsApp we read.
WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can reach out to
You
one
can
of the
get the
temple
WhatsApp number from Naveen Prabhu or from me. If you see it, you can get it and you can get connected. Okay? Thank you. So we have our Sunday sponsor, Preeti Mataji, Preeti Srivasan, Revati Mataji, Vrishabhanu Prabhu, and Ratnavali Mataji, Vrinda Vaishnavi Mataji. If you're all here, please come forward to do the mini arati. There is a 2 table, I got so many names, so you have 2 spots to do the arati. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Girivaradhari Nanda Dulal. Oh Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Girivaradhari Nanda Dulal. Govinda Gopal Girivaradhari Nanda Dulal. Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal, Krishna Nanda Dulal. Oh Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal, Nanda Dulal, Krishna Nanda Dulal. Oh Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Girivaradhari Nanda Dulal. Krishna Govinda Govinda Srivas Jagannath Prabhu. So Srivas Jagannath Prabhu, he was actually a devotee of Iskcon Atlanta for many years, and he was very active in serving the Lord and the devotees and the temple here. He served many ways, especially in propagating the Iskcon Atlanta through the media and many other sources. And not only that, Srivas Jagannath Prabhu, he actually gave every month $250 as a monthly membership for Iskcon Atlanta for the last 5 years. That was the contribution that he gave. He never stopped it. So let's give a round of applause for him. And his good wife, Priti Mataji, she's also another wonderful devotee, and she's also heading up the Radha Madan Mohan cookies here. You see all the cookies that we make. We have like every day 6 offering, and we offer cookies to the Lord. And she's getting that, and with some Matajis, and they're making very nice cookies for the deities practically every day. So let's give her a round of applause for Kriti Mata and all the also, rrabhu Mata, she's also doing that seva also. And they make all the Mangalarti sweets also. It's a wonderful seva that we are doing it. And if you are initiated, if you want to get involved in this seva, you can connect yourself with Kriti Mataji or Revati Mataji and you can get involved also. They need some more volunteers, yes? So this is a very nice service. And we offer Mangalarti every day, 8 sweets to the deities in the morning. And they all make it. So let's give another round of applause for them. You want to say something, Kriti Mataji?
Thank you all so much. It's such an honor to be a part of this temple. And we love the deities, we love the congregation. So thank you for letting us be a part of this very, very wonderful congregation. Hare Krishna.
She's a wonderful example how to serve the temple. Even though she has a practical job in the outside field, but still they take of their valuable time, some of their time, and they use that time to serve the deities and to serve the devotees in Iskcon Atlanta. It's a very nice way how you can engage yourself in the service. They're showing a very good standard. So there are many congregations that we have in our community that they're always willing to serve the Lord and His devotees whenever they get a chance. So we should all take the advantage of that also. So thank you, Kriti Mataji and Revati Mataji, for your service. Hare Krishna. And we're going to pray for Jagannath Srivasan, who passed away. How many years has he passed away now? 5 years ago. He passed away. I think he passed away in Chicago. So let us pray for his soul wherever Krishna keeps him. He always stays with the service and never leaves the service of Krishna. Let us pray by raising our hand one time. Hare Krishna mantra loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So I'd like to also thank few devotees who have sponsored Bhagavad Gita. This is also month of Gita Jayanti. It's called Prabhupada's Marathon, book distribution marathon all over the world. Devotees are taking initiative to distribute as many books of Srila Prabhupada. And here in 1976, Srila Prabhupada sent a letter to Iskcon Atlanta. At that time, the temple president was Balavanta Prabhu. He comes sometimes still here. He lives in Alachua in Florida. So Prabhupada wrote to him that I am very glad to hear how the book distribution is increasing more and more. This is our greatest weapon. The more books distributed, the more ignorance of the age of Kali will be smashed. So this is Prabhupada speaking to his disciple, who was a temple president here, that how you can smash the age of Kali simply by distributing the Srila Prabhupada books. And as we all know, how many people's life has been touched by Srila Prabhupada books. So many people in the world, and it's still going on. And it's going to go on for another 10,000 years. Srila Prabhupada books. So Prabhupada wrote to him saying that the world is feeling the weight of this Hare Krishna movement. As you know, sometimes in the Bhagavad Gita we find that when there is an adharma glani, when there is an adharma becomes more prominent, then Krishna comes, Lord comes to establish religion. The weight of adharma becomes heavier, so then Krishna comes and Krishna establishes the religion. So sometimes we see this Hare Krishna movement is also another incarnation of Krishna. So Prabhupada said this movement is non-different from Krishna's movement, this Hare Krishna movement. So people are feeling the weight of this movement all over the world. So that's why we see there are all kinds of people. They're coming to this Krishna conscious movement simply by reading these books, and they're taking great advantage of it, and they're changing their lives, and they're becoming more and more happy, and they're making others life happy also. So these books are so powerful. Prabhupada said even if they do not take the books, even if they touch the book, still they get purification. It's so powerful. So that's why we request the devotees, the communities, congregation, we should all come forward together, unitedly, we can do much more. How much can we do alone? But if you come unitedly together, we can do much more. We can achieve so much. So, this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke 5,000 years ago to Arjuna, but he did not only give this knowledge to Arjuna only, he gave this knowledge to universe, for everyone, from all caste, from all background, for everybody. So, and then Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita that anyone who preaches the glories of Bhagavad Gita to others, he becomes the most dear devotee to him. So if you want to become a dear to Krishna, this is the best way. You preach the glories of Bhagavad Gita, or you give somebody a Bhagavad Gita. Now Christmas is coming very soon. You are going to give some gifts to your family members, friends, well-wishers. So this is the best gift that you can offer. And you don't know, it might change their life. They become a devotee of Krishna, it may change their life. So please try to take the advantage of this Bhagavad Gita distribution. So, on this occasion of Bhagavad Gita, advent of Bhagavad Gita, the temple is organizing a Gita Yajna on the 30th of November. It's Sunday, so we're going to start 4 p.m. Gita Yajna. We'll read the whole Bhagavad Gita, chapter after chapter, and then we'll offer oblation in the fire. And this Yajna approximately is going to go on for 2 hours to 2.5 hours. So you can all come, whoever is sponsoring the Bhagavad Gita, you can all come, sit in the Yajna and offer oblation. And then in Monday actually is the, that is December 1st I think, and is the actually day of Advent of Bhagavad Gita. That is the day the Lord Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita according to Tithi, this year, or the next year actually. So, in the evening, we're going to have Bhagavad Gita reading, and also we're going to have a Arati to Bhagavad Gita. So you can take all set, but if you have time, please come. And then you can also enjoy a little prasadam also in the temple. So these are the program for the Bhagavad Gita, Advent of Bhagavad Gita. And then I like to also thank a few devotees who will sponsor Bhagavad Gita cases. And some of them actually taking the Bhagavad Gita themselves and they're distributing. And if they cannot, they give it to us and we distribute to different students who comes here. Or sometimes there are many new people come, we give it to them also. So this Bhagavad has been distributed. So we have, I'm going to read a couple of names and together when you finish everything, then we just chant Haribol for them. Harish Patel, he sponsored 2 cases of Bhagavad Gita. Then Rajiv Shyam Prabhu 1 case, Krishna Sharan Prabhu 2 case, Bhavavani Mataji 1 case, then Subrata Saha 1 case, Devasankar family 1 case, Radha Charani 1 case, then Adi Krishna Prabhu 1 case, Sunil Prabhu 1 case, Ujjeshwari Mataji 1 case, Lakshman Ram Prabhu 1 case. So these are the devotees who have sponsored Bhagavad Gita. Some of them they will take it and they will distribute themselves. If they cannot, they will give it to us and we will distribute on behalf of them. So let's give a big Haribol for all these devotees who have sponsored Bhagavad Gita. Haribol! Go louder! Haribol! Haribol! So this is the best way to please the acharyas, previous acharyas, through the book distribution. So please take the advantage. There is anyone who wants to sponsor a Bhagavad Gita case, or you want to take case yourself and distribute? Any hands? It's $151 for 1 case. You can get 16 Bhagavad Gita, or there is a small soft bound, you can get 24 in a case. So if somebody wants to sponsor a case, you can come and see me. If you are not raising your hand now, but I know there are many devotees going to do that. We are trying, Iskcon Atlanta is trying to distribute 108 cases of Bhagavad Gita. So far we have reached over 60 cases. So we still have more 48 cases to distribute. So if there is any more devotees who want to sponsor cases, but if you're feeling shy now, if you don't want to raise your hand, you can come and sit at the table. Please try to distribute the Srila Prabhupada books. Then we have a few announcements to make. November 30th is Sunday, is Gita Jayanti. We'll start at 4 p.m. Then December 1st, Monday is Advent of Bhagavad Gita. Monday also is also Mokshuddha Ekadashi. So instead of, we'll have little kirtan also, but mostly it's going to be Gita reading. We're going to read the whole Gita on that day. So in the evening we'll start around 6 p.m. Gita reading, and you can come and join us. But daily on the Ekadashi day we have kirtan from 6 to 8 p.m. But instead of that we're going to have Gita reading, and also we're going to have Gita Arati. And we'll have little kirtan also. Then December 8th, Monday, is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Discipliners Day. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is the spiritual master of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder of Iskcon. His picture is there in the behind of Prabhupada Asana. So actually Prabhupada did Arati to that picture, it's still there. And we're going to offer Arati on that day also. And during the daytime from 11:30 we'll have Kirtan, Bhajan, and then there will be Noon Arati. Then after Noon Arati we'll have Pushpanjali. Then there will be a Guru Arati to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then there will be Prasadam by 1:15. So please come and join us. Please mark those dates in your calendars so you can take your valuable time and you can come and join these programs. Then on the 19th, Friday is Adivas ceremony for Kirtan Mela. 20th and 21st is the actually Kirtan begins. That means from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. there will be Kirtan on Saturday and on Sunday. So this is called Annual Kirtan Mela Festival for Iskcon Atlanta. And we like to request devotees to help this Kirtan whatever way you can. If you want to sponsor some prasadam for the devotees, you can do that. If you want to sponsor garland for the deities, you can do that. Or if you want to decorate the temple, you can do that. Or if you want to help with the cutting vegetables and serving prasadam, you can also give your names and phone number and we'll contact you and you can come and do some seva. And if you want to accommodate any devotees, you can also let us know. I'll be sitting outside and you can give your name, because there will be many devotees coming from different parts of this country and also from other countries. And we have to accommodate them, we have to give them prasadam. So without all of your help, we cannot do this. Any festival requires manpower, it requires money, and it requires united force. No one can do a festival sit by alone. You need united devotees to help. So you all come forward and please help us so that we can have a very nice, beautiful kirtan for next 3 days, 19th, 20th and 21st of December. And we are doing for so many years now, it's going on very well. And our congregation, our friends and well-wishers of Iskcon Atlanta, they love it, kirtan. Is it not you love kirtan? Yes? You know that to hear the kirtan, people, they pay their money, they fly to different countries to hear kirtan and they have to pay tickets to enter into Kirtan Mela. But Iskcon Atlanta is giving everything free for you. You just come here, do kirtan, sit in the kirtan, chant, dance and take prasad and be happy. And this is the formula that Srila Prabhupada gave us and we are trying to introduce that also. So you don't have to cook anything in the home, just come here, we're going to serve breakfast, lunch and dinner. 3 times there will be prasad. So please try to come in those 3 days. I know that almost we get, in these 3 days, we get almost 1,000 to 1,500 devotees to come. They participate in Kirtan. So if you want to do any seva for Kirtan Mela, if you want to sponsor anything, you can come and see me, or you can see Lakshman Prabhu. He's not here, but he'll be here. Then, also I like to thank Chitta Prabhu, who is heading up with team of devotees, and they did a very good cleanup in the back of the altar. In the real back, in the back side of the altar. It was really, because we cook so much prasadam every day for the deities, for the temple, for the feast, and it gets really dirty. And they did all the cleaning. And Chitta Prabhu, he took his valuable time and he took the initiative and he got some congregation devotees and he did a very good cleanup. We painted and if you go and see inside the back, it looks so beautiful. They made a very good arrangement. So I'd like to really thank all these devotees. Please chant one time Hare Krishna for them. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Now come for the final darshan of the deities and the prasadam will be served outside. Hare Krishna. Don't forget, if you want to sponsor a case of Bhagavad Gita or if you want to take one case of Bhagavad Gita, please come and see me. Hare Krishna.